This thing is all over the place on me. I was trying to give you guys a portrait view, not a landscape view. Let me get this. I don't know why this thing is so. Here, let me do this. Do it this way. Okay, where can I set this? I'll set this right over here. We'll get this figured out. It's my little stick here. I hope you guys are all doing well where you live. There we go. There we go. Got it now. I fixed it. I do want to switch this so that I can see people's comments. Get this back in. There we go. Now I got my walking stick, and we can do our walk and talk. Whew. So I am dressed warm today because I was out early this morning. But I didn't need to be, or I didn't need to dress as warm as what I did because it's in the upper 60s right now. So I'm sure I'll be sweating by the end of this. But I got my Veteran Nation shirt on. You can buy one at veterannationfoundation.com. And yeah, as you see on the title, I had to call the police yesterday. I had gotten home. My day was wrapping up. I was on the phone and I had the dog out. She was doing her business and sniffing all around. And all of a sudden this car pulls up. And I didn't recognize it immediately. I was like, "Oh, is that my neighbor?" Because I got neighbors that live up the road. And yeah, it was my neighbor. And they were like, "Hey, we found your mail." And I was like, "What?" Here, someone had gone into my mailbox, taken out all my mail, went onto their property, which they got their abandoned house right here because they had a horrible fire. Damn near lost everything. But they've been, as they figure things out, they've been living on another property, and we've had people coming over here onto their land, picking through stuff. They've lost several cars. You know, they were project cars, but you know, stuff like that. People have stolen from them, and so I've been keeping an eye on the property for them. And here, while I was gone the other day, someone grabbed my mail and came onto their property here. I'm walking around their property right now, looking, making sure that nothing's happening. But yeah, they brought it over here. They started going through my mail, and it was all junk mail. You know, rarely do I ever get anything, besides bills and stuff like that. But they actually opened. I had a VA claim decision, and they opened that up. Don't know if they thought it was a check, but the VA is long gone from the days of sending you a check. They do everything direct deposit now. But yeah, so they opened up my VA decision paperwork. So I had to call the local sheriff. I got a very quick call back. The sheriff here, for the most part, does respond pretty well. The VA is the one I got a problem with. They don't do much. Kind of lazy. But the sheriff got back with me in a very quick fashion and told me I need to go to the postal inspector. And the postal inspector, I've heard some complaints about them. There is a problem of people out here taking people's mail. As I talked before, it's mainly porch pirates. But I've got a couple things set up, as I showed you in one of my previous streams, to stop the porch pirates. So, isn't this a beautiful day out here? Isn't this great? Should have brought my sunglasses. But so I've got a couple things that I do to deter the porch pirates, but my mailbox is unfortunately up at the end of the road, so they yanked it out. So now, and unfortunately, it's too far away to alert my cameras. If I point my cameras down the road to where the mailboxes are, it just won't alert. So unless if I'm watching a live stream of my house nonstop, I'll never catch them. But I've talked to a couple people I know in the area. I think I have a new mailbox, but I only paid like $25 for it. Nothing big. So I'm considering getting a hefty duty lockable mailbox and putting that on a pole or connected to some concrete. So that's what I am looking at doing. And, it's just ridiculous. Who gets checks and stuff like that through the mail now? I mean, I don't even send like for birthdays and stuff. Like, I don't even send gift cards. I'm just like, hey, like for my nieces and nephews, I just send the Cash App the money to my brother or to my parents, and I'm like, get them a gift card for me, or just give them the money, or I've even sent it digitally. So it's like, why are you going through people's mail? The other thing they opened was some of my paperwork for. I had requested. There's the 3M lawsuit out there. So for those who don't know, 3M made earplugs for the military, and they sucked. And everybody started going deaf because these earplugs, we wore them for years in Afghanistan, Iraq, at the rifle range, everywhere, and people were going deaf. So it didn't work. Now there's this huge lawsuit. If you're a veteran, I hope you signed up for it. Try to see if it's not too late if you haven't. But I had signed up for it. But you have to request certain things. So I had to contact TRICARE and request some of the things from my medical record. That was TRICARE specific, not things that were turned over to VA. So they opened up that letter too. So yeah, bunch of tweakers going through people's mail here. That's crazy. Stay safe. Sending love from across the planet in Australia. Oh, thank you, Linda. Here, I'll show your comment for everyone. Thank you so much. I got to get to that side of the globe. That's I've been around the world a couple times, and I haven't been to your side yet. I do have a plan to go. I also want to see the Philippines. It's actually kind of a toss-up. Philippines or Vietnam. I'd like to go to either one. Heard good things about both. So hopefully in the next couple of years, as my son gets a little bit older and doesn't need his dad around as much, I'll be doing a little bit more travel. And so hopefully to get down there. But yeah, that's it. You get people out here. I've said it before on the stream, and I'll say it again. Out here, people don't live; they survive, and that's a mentality of if you have something, they want it or they can use it, they're gonna take it. They could be a good friend of yours. They don't care. It's they're just trying to make it to the next day. So when you understand that mentality, that's when you start setting things up to protect yourself. I don't have a YouTube channel. I watch YouTube instead of TV. That would be great for you to come over. Yeah, yeah, I would love to. Uh, that's well, I don't blame you for not watching TV. They've been putting out just junk. Uh, so yeah, YouTube is most of my entertainment. Uh, in fact, I'll tell everyone on the stream, look up the channel What the Hales. Uh, that's a gentleman he is in a fight right now with his local government, and he's got his neighbors just straight up attacking him. I pushed some stuff out in a live. I restreamed someone else's live stream, and got a bunch of subscribers. So if you joined for that, thank you. Hey Gravy, see you're here. Um, but yeah, the drama unfolding with that is just insane. But I wish them the best in their fight. We'll support them because they're fighting for the First Amendment, and that's something for all of us. Uh, Something for all of us to take away from. One interesting note I didn't know about Australia: your guys' constitution is based upon ours a little bit. I guess ours has been quoted in court down there, and that's pretty cool. Uh, we all have that basis in English common law, and it's those enlightenment principles that we've embraced, and sadly, the world has moved a little bit away from them. So I hope we move back. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit sweaty. It's about 70 degrees right now. I'm trying to think. For those of you who follow Celsius, I want to say that's about 20. I want to say maybe a little bit more. Uh, I used when I was overseas, I used Celsius because that's what everyone used. So, but I was in Abu Dhabi where it gets really warm. So, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 45 out there. Wear something loose. And now here, I'm like, oh yeah, 45 degrees. You better have a good jacket on. But the weather's turned around quite a bit here in just a short time. So it's got a lot warmer. Some paper floating around here. I'll walk over to the Hardball Road. But I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Uh, I know mine so far has. I've done some stuff around the house. My cat has been driving me crazy, knocking everything down that he can. But he's enjoying me having the windows open. So if you watch the show, my cat. We call him Conspiracy Kitty. Whenever I'm at the house and I get on my camera is when he wants to jump up and interrupt my live streams. I just did a video that's going to go out tomorrow. Of course, it was recorded. He didn't jump up. He only wants to be in on the live stream. But yeah, it is. It's definitely warmer out here. So Joshua Tree. I'm staying at home because there's too many tourists out today. Everybody came from LA to Joshua Tree this weekend. It is crazy in town. I don't want to deal with that. I did see where last weekend James Franco was out here. I don't support that guy one bit. If you know the stories about the things he did, you probably wouldn't either. But he was apparently here in town. Saw pictures of people with him at various places. Oh, no worries, no worries. Actually, what's funny about these live streams is they're good on YouTube, but they actually don't help me towards monetization until after they end. After they end is when they count towards your what they call your watch hours. So everyone who watches the live stream as it's going doesn't help me towards monetization. But if you watch afterwards, it actually does help. But I don't care. I didn't do this to make any money. Anything I make off this, once I do get monetized or sell my shirts, uh, that all goes right into the nonprofit. Goes, hey, I see my boy Kahanu's in here. How's it going, man? Uh, yeah, all the money I make off my merch and stuff like that goes right into the nonprofit. Gives me a chance to help other veterans and military and their families. You know, some of you might have seen the video where I've already given $260 roughly to a local school. That majority of the students are children of military and veterans. So we're already helping people. So that's a good thing. Uh, that's when I started doing the show, I was asked to do a show. And I initially said no, because they wanted like a vet bro type of show. They wanted to see me shooting guns, riding, riding motorcycles, getting tattoos. None of that is me. I have one tattoo. You'll never catch me on a motorcycle. I do. I'm actually pretty good of a shot. Was always at the top. Once I figured out how to do it, which was after 2 years in the Marine Corps, I figured out how to shoot and never had a problem qualifying. I was always one of the top shots then. But recreationally, it's never really been my thing. I've got guns at my house, but I know guys who every paycheck they're looking to buy a new gun. That's just not me. I dump my money into other stuff like equipment for the live stream. I've probably got. If you're looking to do a podcast and think you're going to make money off it, good luck. I probably have about $5,000 into all this before I started the nonprofit. Since I started the nonprofit, it's gone up considerably, but at least with the nonprofit now, I can get tax deductions on anything that I use because it's helping the nonprofit. So once someone opened my eyes to when I said I was going to do a nonprofit, and they were like, "Oh, here's what you can do." I was like, "Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now I can do more." So that's why, if you've seen me doing more and more things, that's why. Uh, and that's this year. It's getting even better. So maybe this year, maybe this is the year that I get a veteran nation. I'm hoping to get like a van or a truck or a bus. I've looked into Humvees, but if you were in the military, Humvees are essentially something that you're going to buy that's going to break down a lot. So, but I want to get to traveling with this veteran nation thing a little bit more. Get out there and tell more stories. I got a travel video. I've got some footage. I got to put that together and get it going. But yeah, so hopefully this thing kicks off and I can help more and more. And, it keeps me busy. That's for damn sure. Oh, coming back up here to the homestead. Whew. Oh, and here comes the wind again. Died down. You guys got any questions or comments? Anything? Tomorrow, check out my video. It's going to go out in the morning. It's on hate mail and hate comments that I've received. but I appreciate constructive criticism, so I don't mind getting it. Uh, I just appreciate the interaction, you know. I do live out here in the middle of nowhere, so if you send me a comment, you send me. Sorry about that. Someone was trying to call me. If you're sending me a comment, you're keeping me uh, entertained, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Whew. Oh, we're back here at the property. Oh, let me set some of this stuff up here. I've got so I bought one of these monopod tripods, and yeah, I do like the mobility of it. And I'm gonna get this set up to where, oh, okay, it all fell apart on me. All right, so I'm gonna have to do that later. I was gonna set this thing up and then back away, and I had to switch the laptop to like this. Huh, that's weird. Really weird. Don't know. Oh, thank you, Kana. Love you too, man. You are just the best. Oh, there we go. This thing. You're just the best, and you're up there fighting the same fight as us. So I do appreciate it. Uh, and we support you as well. And that's for any of you guys out there. If you need me to support you, you need me to highlight you, I'm happy to do it because people have done it for me, and that's what it's about. It's about us making all this stuff better. So, all right, I think I'm gonna go up and check and see if someone stole my mail today. If you weren't around at the beginning of the stream, yeah, I had to call the police. That's why it's entitled that way, because someone took my mail out of my mailbox and opened up some of it. Of course, all they got was VA paperwork. So if I guess they can go to my appointments and stuff as long as they're more broke than me. I'll take a ratings increase. As I understand, for those of you who don't have to deal with the Veterans Affairs Department, you you might not understand those jokes. Hey, yeah, I do remember Adelina. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Time to get up. I do have a trail cam. It's on my property. It unfortunately, like my property's back there, okay, and my mailbox is over here because they stay on the hardball road. So I uh, I have talked to some people here. Here, I'll show you. That's the Water District substation right there. And as soon as I got off the phone with the deputies yesterday, I contacted them because there's there's the mailboxes. So it's not far at all. Uh, they're going to put up some security cameras on their building there. So if something happens, because here's my neighbor's property that they've been going onto and stealing stuff. And I've gotten footage of some of the people from my dash cam, and I've confronted people and scared them off. But yeah, I spoke with the GM of the water district, and they're going to be putting cameras on their substation here. Apparently, people have broken into their substations. Let's look at my mail. One thing at the post office. Okay. They want me to sign for something. I think I know what that is, though. So, yeah, the substation here, they want to put some. They want to put some cameras up because people have been breaking into the sub. Sorry, had someone calling me again. Uh, yeah, had to. Oh, why is this? There we go. I had to talk with them and they said they've been breaking into the other substations. There's nothing in there. All it is pipes. It's the water department. But yeah, I told them about this property and about our mailboxes. So I heard something, making sure there's no one on that property. So yeah, they're gonna take care of some stuff. Try to increase the security around here. So that way, if someone does do something, we can figure it out. Okay. I'm hearing stuff. Let's go over here. Someone comes up here to whoop my ass, you all better call the San Bernardino County Sheriff. Okay, so I'm hearing the trash can here, but I also heard a piece of metal rattle around. I don't like going in my neighbor's property, but I know they won't care. It could be coyotes, could be snakes, a lot of things it could be. He's got all these cars here on this property. They had a bad fire here. So I was worried about coyotes bedding down in this stuff. Okay. But it could be tweakers. Please tell me you all just heard that. That was metal on metal. Okay. I think it's just the burned out metal. Yeah, from the wind. Okay. I'm I feel a little bit better. I don't like coming in my neighbor's property though. Only if I need to. I had met his daughter, and I got my stick. I got something to defend myself with. I had met his daughter when I first moved in, and I told her, she was like, "Can you help us? You know, if you see anyone on this property." I said, "Yeah, if I see anyone over there, I'll come chase them off." And I had chased a couple people off, but they weren't on the property. And then the one day, I see this vehicle way up in their property, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" I came running over. I had my phone. I started recording. I came running like a bat out of hell. Here it was, her dad. He was in gathering up stuff to get off the property until they can, rebuild. And I was like, "This is your property." He's like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "I met the woman who owns it." He goes, "Oh, do you mean?" And he said her name. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you do belong here then." He goes, "Yeah, that's my daughter." He's like, "She told me about you." He goes, "I appreciate you coming down here." And I was like, "Well, the way I see it, we're neighbors. We got to look out for each other. And, I don't want someone over here messing with your property because they'll start messing with mine." That's exactly what happened. So, but, you know, we'll take care of it. All these people, they were used to no one living out here. Just my house was empty for the longest time. They had their fire and their property was empty, but now we're back. They needed all. The problem is there's no one over there. Like they had a total loss. They lost their house and they had a travel trailer. All went up. So right now it's just what remains of the building and the fence, but they're getting it off. Problem is they're not nearby is the problem. So I've got my cameras, a couple of them pointed down that way, and we've caught some video of people there on the property. And I've turned the videos over to them, and they in turn have told me that they turned it over to the sheriff. So same people. That's I don't want to give up too much because it's not my place, but yeah, same vehicle, same person. So we'll get them. We'll get them out of here. But well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I appreciate you all joining me this Saturday. Like I said, look out for my video that's coming out in the morning. And yeah, go to veterannationfoundation.com. We've got some shirts that we're doing for the bases. Uh, I've got one for uh, uh, sorry, I'm just trying to take that. There we go. I've got one for Camp Pendleton that I put out there. It says "Stay hydrated." So if you know about the Camp Lejeune water, or sorry, I think I said Pendleton, Camp Lejeune, but definitely send me what bases you think completely sucked, because I got one for Fort Polk. I've got one for Camp Lejeune, and I've got one for 29 Palms. So, and I think I'm gonna do one for Diego Garcia for our Navy brethren. So, uh, if you have a bad duty station that you were at, send it to me. We'll roast them in T-shirt form. But I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. And as always, thank you for being worth serving. And you all have a great day.